Yo, what's up my people? And this is your boy Titus Kutesa ndi waneno ne mulungi Kizito. Twagala kubaaniriza n'okubajjukiza n'obategeeza nti ennaku z'omwezi nga 26 omwezi guno gwennyini ogujja ogw'omukaaga. Concert ya after quarantine concert. Oba omanyi nti akayimba ka quarantine kakukolera kakuyisaawo wali oweddemu amaanyi ne kakuzaamu amaanyi wali olina gye weggalidde n'okawulirizanga ne kakuyamba. Mujje mu concert ennaku z'omwezi nga 26 tuli ku UCF grounds e Makerere mu Kikoni.
It is again a beautiful Saturday. My name is Persis and I'm here again to present you the artist of the day. Njagala okuweza mwenawe kumide ku Dema Gospel Promotions nga mulinda gospel chat every Saturday at 8 p.m. nga tubaleetera omuyimbi ow'ekiroto kyo omuyimbi gw'obadde oyagala okumanya out of the box akola biki yaani ng'avudde ku stage kikyali yatuuka yajja ky'okutuuka byonna byonna twatukuletera ku Dema Gospel Chat. Now today nina omuyimbi wamwe ono nnyo abavubuka. Here's the vibe, here's everything. Ate nga sigenda okubariisaawo. Don't forget to let your friends know about this chat. Let's go in for the chat.
Yeah, everybody have to tell you say number so you make me dance like nera. What about this boy Damasco right here? Guess what? Keep it at the gospel chat on the Dema Promotions pages every Saturday 8 p.m. Straight up, keep it here man.
Tusanyiza okulaba ku Dema Gospel Chat.
Nange Ssesanga Ssesanga.
Saba we introducing yourself.
My name is Damasco Ssesanga. I'm a gospel artist, a charity influencer. I work with Changing Stories Uganda. It is an organization that reaches out to teenage mothers, and recently we added Catesans. I work with Events by Damasco. It's an events company that provides public address system for all functions and live band. I think that's it about me.
Going into binji ate you look to be young. When did you start all that titles never nyingi at your young?
I think I've been a dreamer like from way back. Yeah, nakula I come from a humble background, so that keeps pushing me to work harder and harder so that I make ends meet for somebody out there. Like, I mean, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in the mouth, so I kept seeing how we hustle to get everything. So I was like, okay, if I ever get a chance to step out of the house and start on something, I'm going to do it with all of my effort. So I wake up every day to start something. I'm one person that will start something. It fails, I start another. Not just for me. I live for beyond just myself. So that's why I keep working every day.
So before we continue, is Damasco your real name or it's just a music, fame thing?
Damasco is my real name. Yeah.
Yes, ngali so unique. Tell you udikika.
Ngera nange siri wa bulijjo.
You know me because I eat Damasco Ssesanga. Damasco Ssesanga osangibwa.
Kisinzira bwoba onkubidde. It's okay, I'm just trying to be
Ali Mobile.
I'm just trying to be funny, but most of the time I'm here at the worship house where I serve with Pastor Wilson Bugembe.
But you didn't tell us that in the beginning.
Antikati process by process.
And this is your boy Titus Kutesa ndi waneno ne mulungi Kizito. Twagala kubaaniriza n'okubajjukiza n'obategeeza nti ennaku z'omwezi nga 26 omwezi guno gwennyini ogujja ogw'omukaaga. Concert ya after quarantine concert. Oba omanyi nti akayimba ka quarantine kakukolera kakuyisaawo wali oweddemu amaanyi ne kakuzaamu amaanyi wali olina gye weggalidde n'okawulirizanga ne kakuyamba. Mujje mu concert ennaku z'omwezi nga 26 tuli ku UCF grounds e Makerere mu
abali ku Dema Gospel Church olunaku tubaleetedde omuyimbi gwe bayita Damasco Ssesanga era nga maze tugamba exactly biki ebimumakinga okubeera Damasco Ssesanga my Uganda. Kati omwami ono kyemulabeko oli mwana oli mwami.
Ndi buli omu abeera ne perspective gyakutwaliddemu.
Omuvubuka ono muto naye nga ebintu akozeemu Damasco yusengwa.
I'm not single.
Hey. Abatula ku Dema.
Single yaliwa natali single yaliwa. Yinza okubanza atakimanyi bulungi.
Single yali awo nga tawasanga.
Tawalira siwasanga.
Naye ate waliwo beera single ng'oli contented.
Siwasanga kyemanyi.
Omuyimbi ono, let us go in for something else. Damasco, back to you. Obadde otunyumizaako n'otugamba you came from a poor background or a humble background. Let me say, Damasco, did you go to school?
Yeah, I went to school. Yeah, I did.
So besides music, do you have something like a profession, Jokola?
Yeah, though I do it on a call basis when my friends call me that I started with, and there is a gig, we do it. Yeah, I have a diploma in information technology and systems management. Yeah, and then I have a certificate in computer repair and maintenance. So in case there is a gig, I always handle it besides music.
It's a review that I've said ebisinga abaana abava mu humble background webakulaba tugambe oba webalaba omuyimbi we yenna nga Damasco ebiseera ebisinga they want to run away from school and also be like Damasco. How come for you went to school and then you're in this thing of music ate nga abaana ebiseera ebisinga bagala just to jump from school back to their callings? How did you do that?
First of all, I would say I was forced. Yeah, I was forced to go to school in the first place. Hey, Bankakanga.
Okay.
So I didn't really see the big picture in school. Actually, no kugenda ku campus to do the diploma in IT. Nachikola just because I was idle. And then when there was a lady from Canada, she found me serving with Pastor Wilson. So she's like, what can I do for you? And I'm like, take me back to school. Nenga tedia I want yali need I dropped out. Natuka nenchetaga nenga sente tewali. So nembivira ko dala. Then she comes in and takes me back to school. Nenga mukusoka byonna byali byakunkaka. Sente ekyokusoma nali nchiriko. Like from way back nganjagala kupeeta star. Nganja era nga twesulira mu clubs twesulira mu kwenywera. I mean that was it for me. Don't tell me.
So when did you start that feeling, or when did you discover that you had that feeling of being a star? At what age was that?
I was in senior 3. That's when I gotten so much passionate about doing music. Kuba twabiranga ku somero, mayima somero man muberamu obubinja bw'abagayi kati fe twalinayo ba FAY Avenue, twalinayo babera mu Badman's Cave, twalinayo like different guys nga mulimu abasambi b'omupiira kati ngobero yagala ka attention man abasambi b'omupiira abo bakitulisanga nnyo nga tugenda mu ezo co-curricular activities naye baba tebamundudde ku ggulu avaayo atadde ekibegabega ku bawala bamukwatidde kitibanga nga tutambula tugirako emabega naye nga zikulya ogamba bannaaye bankwatidde kinze so ate kati nga sisobola bya MDD ebyokujanzi n'entogolo nga ndaba bindabisa nengamba kati ekisigalidde let me use my voice nentandikaawo okuwandiika ennyingo era sitegeera nnyo na byakuyimba sinza ayimba ekiri awo naye nga nkizudde nti kusomero abayimba bali babiri nengamba wano bwe neeyungako wano eno mweno field mbanja kuyitawo. So I remember then I wrote my first song. It was a love song. Yeah, so mpola nembera nga ndi passionate about music. Then the following year I joined church.
Before you left school, now often abakwatirako kuku abatekako ebibegabega stuff like that.
So twatandikawo mayiminga naffe nga tuli bakabi. Nga tuli bannyo ate ebiseera ebyo nga omuntu akozesa drugs ku ssomero obeera wakabi nnyo.
So what you're trying to say is that by 16, 15, around there, senior 3, that is when you started using drugs?
Yeah.
That is when you started going to clubs?
Yeah.
How did you survive all this way? Because you're young,
the environment it was an environment of exposure. Like I grew up in an extended family nga bajjajja bali bani nga okunywa waffe it is okay. Yeah. Nga mbera ne ba uncles bange ba aunties bagenda mu when they go into the clubs nga bakutwala when they are drinking now birirako olumunga tubba omwenge gwa jjajja. So I grew up in an environment of exposure, so it was easy.
So you've told me that so that means in senior 4 that is when you joined Christ.
Yeah.
Yakusangawa. Era still kusomero.
Twali to breaking the off senior 3 third term. Yeah, nga tugenze mu holidays. Twaberanga ne group yaffe kusomero. We are the bad guys. Tubera mu house parties, tubera mu ndongo nga kusomero every lunch time. Wali wakajao by then a drug, it was called Kuba, abakateka wansi wa lulimi.
I get you right.
Kati nga ffe tubuleeta ne tuwa abaana bonna like esomero nga tulifudde ekintu ekirala. But we had this one guy, he was called Brian Brimson. Nga bwe tumala bikola byonna seba ate nga ye ku Sunday agenda n'asaba. Nakizula later nti jjajja we yali amukaka. Kuba jjajja we mulokole. So kati Brian nga every Sunday agenda n'asaba. Then after church ne tuddamu routine zaffe tubeera mu bintu byakweyonesa naye ate sebo nga ye Sunday afunamu akaseera n'asaba. So ne chinchallenginganya, I was like, hey, man, this guy. So ne mukubira lumu. And I was like, man, nja kuntwalako ku church zammwe ez'abalokole and I see what happens there. I had spent like 10 years not doing church.
Oh my God.
So nandeeta bwe yandeeta that very day by then Light the World Church, now Worship House. Ba ntuddawo ne bayita abagala okulokoka. I just found myself going. I don't know like what pulled me up, but I think that's the hand of the Lord. I just found myself going. Nengenda nenjatula, and from that day everything changed. Just imagine leaving school as a gangster, going back to start a fellowship.
I get you right.
So that was it.
Everyone watching us tonight, be safe, be so emotional, be so attention seeking. We are with a guy, a man of God, right?
Yeah, a man with God. My man of God
called Damasco Ssesanga, and he's a musician. Damasco, after joining church, when did you discover that okay, because walio yimba redengo yimba love story, watandika jo yimba gamba chine chintu kanchi, let me enter into the gospel fraternity, and then I start serving God through my music.
2012, when I get saved, nensoka and dropping everything that I was doing. I dropped the nightclub life. I dropped the drinking life.
That was senior 4?
Yeah.
Oh, you're old?
Trachikola. But I bless the Lord for my age.
Oh, gentleman, I get you right.
I dropped everything. Mpola nemberanga ali on a pause. I was like a plane that is in autopilot mode.
I get you right.
Like temporary acceleration, there was no highs and lows in my life, and they just constant. On the easy, I'm trying to start a new life for some couple of years. Then later, I joined the teenagers at church, where I was introduced. Yeah, by then Light the World Church, now Worship House, where I was introduced to the teens choir. Nentandiko kuiga mpola to sing with them. So there was this one time waliwo chali wange yali agenda ku recording oluyimba, then he calls me to back him up. Naye nga mpulira nti abantu ababackinga babawaayo ka token after omwayo ka sente. So I tell him instead of giving me money, like paying me, nyamba nangu nsasulire akayimba mu studio. Yeah, so that's how I joined gospel music.
Na yakusasulira?
Yeah, yansasulira oluyimba lwali lwa mitwalo 5.
What?
In fact, that
was your first song?
Yeah, that was my first song. Currently, I have like 13 songs.
13 songs. Yeah. Damasco, letting people outside in the world to know that there is a musician called Damasco Ssesanga.
My breakthrough song was Achikozenera.
Achikozenera. Yeah. Is it okay you give us the capella so that people don't get lost? I mean, putting on shades, people don't understand. Is this my style or not?
Okay. Twali twasibwa kati twasumululwa bali abagumba kakano bayimba byali byalema kati bikola Yelele mama mukama chikoze nera.
It's not a concert. Concert. Now, thank you so much for that, Kapela. I want to also ask you something. Enyimbazo zino ozijawa. Like, where do you get your songs? Do you have someone who writes for you? Then you dream about it. Where do where are the themes? I mean, where do you get these songs from?
First of all, I write out of inspiration. I write out of the stories I listen to. You can tell me your story and I write a song about it.
And ngatona bawa abantu teba feeling bad, I may come and I tell you maybe secrets I think nkubye mwaka yimba.
No.
But ngatogedde erinnya lyange mantegeera nti omusajja akonazi.
You will never know. You will never know.
Okay.
You will never know when I think I bless the Lord that has given me creativity. Yeah. But once in a while it is okay to tell somebody, do you mind if I write a song in this kind of story? Sometimes friends share with you. No matter no mwelezo oluyimba agenda okuwulira like oyogera naye mu luyimba. Most time other times I write out of my emotions. Music is about feeling, so I write what I feel in the inside. If what you are telling me is what I feel, then that's what I'll write about.
So what you're trying to say is that enyimba zino gwaze wandikira?
Yeah, I do.
Tofunangayo muntu yenna akuwandikira?
No, I instead write for others.
Oh, yeah. Yo, bro, you have money, so, well, only songwriter?
Yeah, I do write music.
I think you have a lot of things that you've not let us know about. Katuchizu dentolina songwriter.
Pola.
Yeah? Oyina akasente? Oyina akasente?
Abamanja bajja kulaba interview bagayo.
I get you right. Kakati ogambye olimbo lwakujja lwali.
It was a Chikoze Nera.
Kama Chikoze Nera.
Chikoze Nera ndi abaddewo ku lwange bantu baziwuliriza nnyo. They gave me audience.
When was that time with Avida Enyo?
I don't think I remember the exact year, but Chikoze Nera must be like either 2017, 2017, yeah. So
you already demo gospel fraternity since 2012?
Not really.
Yes.
I think I started singing in 2017.
2017. Yeah. So that was your first hit, then?
Yeah. It was my first song with a video, then followed by Chikoze Nera. Then Chikoze Nera introduced me like in lots of people. Yeah.
Wow. Buli muntu atulaba njagala okujikisa ntulina omuyimbi gwe bayita Damasco Ssesanga. Omwami ono kyemuzuddeko nti wadde alabika nga muto omusajja mukulu. Ate omusajja akola mu kasente alina ebintu bye ayogerako mpolampola kyemuzudde ayinza obba alinamu n'amabanja nga kyayagala abantu bategere exact ayimiridde atya naye nze neekwata nja kugamba exactly benzudde mwami ono. Damasco, a lot of artists in this Kanjita generation, or maybe youthful artists, have been in the gospel fraternity, but they are living a double life. Bachikubako keno mubala, ne bachikubako keno ne muchurch. They give excuses because betaga kasente, they really need to grow, they really need their names, their fame to, boom outside there. How can you convince us that you've been in church since that time when you left school and you've not gone out into the world or maybe to seek for money, stuff like that?
Most of the times I'm in the world because that's where God has sent me. We have all been called differently. Yeah. Emabegaka, Pastor Wilson was sharing. Nagamba nti abamu, we are like in a family. Abamu baba ise kukola waweru mu lujja kwera lujja. Abalala baba ita kugenda kulima mu nnimiro ne mami. Abalala baba ita kukoza bintu. Abalala baba ita kusiimula mu nju. Abalala baba ita kufumba. Abalala baba ita just kubeera okudecorating nju. In every family there is always that kid nga talina mulimu gwakola naye nga ye abeera omukutegeka butambaala kusibasiba bu balloon when it is Christmas season yanoonya akati nga ye they never do hard work, so we have all been called differently. Personally, most of the times I'm in the world. Mbera Mubamalaya, doing ministry. Suppose one thing I don't go to the bar to sing for money. I only go on one condition, and there is an agreement. If I'm coming to the bar, I'll come and sing for free, but you're gonna give me 3 minutes after my singing to speak about my Jesus.
Wow.
If there isn't that agreement, then I will not come and sing. So to all, and I have like on my social media, there are those clips like once I'm in the bar and I'm going to sing, after my performance, I'll have to tell people about my Jesus. And then I will leave immediately. So I'm not so much attached to that world. I belong this way, but I go to fish.
You have administration there?
Yeah, Changing Stories Uganda works as well with, we reach out to teenage mothers and then the courtesans. Titwagala nyobaita prostitutes, like we use the word courtesans, people that sell their bodies for money. Yeah, we reach out to them, preach hope to them, tell them God is watching you, and I mean things can be better. There is light at the end of the tunnel.
I get you right, and you should do it with all your heart because you never know your rib may be there. Yeah. I get you right.
Not really. Not really, but no offense. I mean, there are people that live a normal life during the day. You'll never know they do that.
No, I don't see the reason as why you were getting shocked. Do it with all your heart, your rib may be there. Kati, ngatuvude kwecho Damasco. People, mundeke ngatuvude kwecho Damasco. I also want to ask you something. You've been in this gospel fraternity, and I have a feeling for the time you've been there, or you never into the Gamba, yo, bro, you know, because of my Jesus, because of maybe me accepting Jesus, and for the time I entered the gospel fraternity, Penny, I've got this and this and this and this and this. What are some of the things, specifically the major things you've got in this gospel fraternity? Yonga yo nogamba teba bag gospel fraternity. Musician.
There are lots of doors I wouldn't have entered if it wasn't for the gospel. Yeah, there's lots of doors. Music wange. They don't know nothing about me. I don't have the qualifications for that particular kind of meeting, but all they know about me, they don't know my family, nothing else, but all they know is the song I sang. So like, there are lots of doors, there are lots of meetings I've come to sit in, there are lots of tables I've come to share with people, and it was just because of my music. So one major thing I celebrate about the gospel music, it is the network it has given me. Wow. The network has done lots of things. It has brought in connections, it has brought in bookings, it has brought in funds, it has brought in partnership. Most of the things I survive on are because of the gospel. So something I would do for free is earning me. Yes.
Wow. A lot of gospel artists or musicians in the gospel fraternity are complaining that they've got a lot of challenges in this industry. What are some of the challenges that you've faced ever since you joined the gospel fraternity as you, Damasco?
The first challenge was acknowledgement from the fellow gospel artists. You know, you can be a good creator, content creator, you can be a good writer, you can be a great vocalist, and the audience receives you, like the world perceives you, but fellow content creators refuse to receive you.
Right.
So it was such a big challenge. No, it is everywhere, and it's supposed to help us. But I mean, it was a challenge to me. Fellow artists accepting you as an artist too. Also, nobody depressed, no low esteem just because the audience has received you, but botuka waneno botuka musho penny they will be in a silent click, and I mean you feel out of place. You will not feel like I'm welcome here or I can join them. Like, so it was really a challenge. And then, exactly. But at the end of the day, like later on, I was welcomed. So it ended up being a story. Then secondly, like everyone, finances, you get challenges here and there. But if it is God that has called you, those are just trials.
Other other artists have been complaining that in things of promoting their music, when it comes to the gospel media or gospel promoters, chizibunyo their music as kadide musimu zabwe, bamkwesanga ringtone, bamkwesanga alarms, but I mean they don't have people that promote it. What you are talking about challenges such as is it because you under Pastor Wilson Bugembe there are forbidden to your promotion via Kwangira Mango? What is it say about that?
Of course, working with Pastor Wilson Bugembe has also introduced me to many doors that eri abantu bamungati sandi badena kya kubagamba, but all they know is oyava pastor, so you have the pass already. But then secondly, do good stuff. Good stuff always speaks for itself. Omwalo mulungi nga ayitawo, I'll use that example, nga ayitawo nga kirira tewetaaga mulaga muntu, buli omu amulaba, mwekanga mwetunuddeko, mwekanga buli omu amulabi. So when you do good stuff, I mean, it will create way for itself.
What does it take for someone, a gospel musician or an upcoming musician out there, Banga Damasco? What does it take for that person to have good stuff?
To have good stuff. First of all we should look at is what does God say. Kyonna kyoyagala okukola, what does God say about it? Mukama wabagamba nti it is a tick. Trust me, it's about time. He's gonna make it fly. So you don't have to be like Damasco. Be yourself, but just be sure God is in right alignment with what you're doing.
You actually natural government, you don't have to be like Damasco. When you were growing, or by that time when you started dreaming of being a star, didn't you have anything like a role model or someone you're looking up to?
I used to listen to like a Dube. I used to listen to Paul Cafedo.
Okay.
I listened to radio. Then when I crossed over to the gospel, just like Jesus grew up seeing Joseph, the carpenter, I've grown up seeing Pastor Wilson. So, yeah.
So now kuberera maintain that plan.
Yeah.
That is also nice. Another thing I would love to ask as we conclude in the show before we go into what you have to tell your fans, Damasco, what is success to you as a gospel musician in this gospel fraternity?
Success to me is the number of souls impacted.
So
it is not about the assets. Like, I mean, I have a few like everyone else. It is not about the money on the account. Sometimes I don't have money just because we've cleared school fees for the children in our organization. But it is about the souls impacted. So success to me is about the souls that you've reached out to.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've said, remind me of which year you started to sing.
I started to sing in 2017.
Yeah, so you have 13 songs.
Yeah, exactly.
That is some good average of songs. And it should be, okay, according to you, are you a successful person or you just an average or you don't know exactly where you fall?
I'm one person that knows where I want to be.
So are you successful?
For the souls impacted, I would say I'm happy, though I'm aiming for more. But what I can say at the meantime is I'm one person that knows where I want to be.
Therefore, you're not successful.
I know where I want to be, so I don't want to wait here or there, but I'm one person that knows where I want to be.
I get you.
Yeah, and one person that knows their dream and they're working towards it, they're already successful because they're aiming at something.
In this gospel fraternity, Damasco, what has helped you to stand as you? Because first of all, the areas where you do your ministrations, it is so
Yeah.
Yes. What has helped you to stand? Or you like, Jesus is my savior, therefore even if I sin, he'll lift me up. What has helped you to stand as a musician, as a minister, as a youth who is not married and who is not single? Exactly, we don't know where you fall, but who is not married? What has helped you to stand as you and yet you go out and preach the gospel of Christ in tempting places?
Just like any other normal person, just like anybody else, any other artists, whatever hits them, hits me too.
Okay.
Whatever puts them down, puts me down too. Only that you never realize sometimes.
I caught you once.
So the only difference is every time I'm hit down, I rise up. Man, I rise up. Every time I'm down, I rise up.
What are some of the hits that make you down?
You might never want to listen to them, but just know I rise every time.
Okay, I get you, right?
Yeah.
So, every time you go down, you come back in church and you're like, Jesus, you've seen me, Damasco.
Yeah.
Good day this time, but I'm here to serve
Every
you.
time I come back.
Every time you come back.
But every time I come back.
Wow.
There's always something that hits you. Sometimes the world gets to know, sometimes they never get to know. But the same challenges people receive, I receive. But every time I rise up.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are some of the advices you can give to your fellow young, more so upcoming artists? Before we go into that, Damasco, there are a lot of girls or boys that really have the passion to sing. Some have the talents, some have the callings, but they just want to jump from 0 to 100. What did you say about that?
Every step counts. You can't have it all in one day, but every step counts. So learn to count your blessings one by one count your blessings. You're gonna be surprised at the end of the day that you're really doing so good.
Tell them, it may be your word, 1 or 2, your fellow artists.
Yeah.
Those actually, because he is a multi-purpose person, you can tell those that are already big, the legendaries, you can tell those that are upcoming, and you can tell those that are all of your labor.
To my fellow artists, to my fans, to my fellow youths out there, just like a movie being acted, there is always a script to be followed, and the director will always tell you, do this, cut, act, action, like do this and that. There is always a script to follow. No in an idea, you always follow what the director has scripted down. So follow what the director is telling you. Don't leave the script. Anything that is outside the script, don't do it. However pleasing, however nice, however enticing it might seem, always follow the script and listen to the director.
Thank you so much for that. Can you please let us know about your social media handles? Because I'm feeling a lot of people want to know your music. They want to know exactly where to know Damasco. They also want you to tell them about what next. I mean, in your industry, what next? Anything like a concert? What is next?
First of all, on all social platforms, I use Damasco Ssesanga. Like everywhere, I use Damasco Ssesanga, like DAMASCO, like everywhere. On my social handles, I use Damasco Ssesanga. So once you type in that name, you'll have all my music and all my other details, my projects and what I do. What else did you say? For bookings, 0705 900 661. I have a show that is coming up in July 23rd. It will be at Golf Course Hotel. So once you follow all my social handles, you keep on with the updates.
I get you right. Thank you so much for the show today. It has been a very nice, brief interview with Damasco Ssesanga. I want to let you know that this guy is not single, he's not married, he doesn't have anything. I mean, he doesn't have a ring. So just once you're there and the Spirit has told you it is him, just come
But you
to
be sure the Spirit has talked to me too.
Tally married, Tally single. Damasco, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And then 2012, you're done with Senior 4?
Yeah.
After here, we're going to count that after this show. He's only 25 years. Atenga msajja ayagala Katonda, atenga msajja simufumbo, atenga msajja akozeemu, atenga msajja alina omutima ogw'okuyamba.
Ndabika natambulanga naawe nnyanjula bulungi.
For everyone that has been watching today's show, thank you so much. It has been Persis. I want to let you know that we are already sponsored by Bauza Uganda, Dema Gospel Promotions, Dema Media, and I also want to let you know about our website. Gendo downloading enyimba. It is in Dema. Gendo downloading enyimba. It is so very, very fast. banage sagala kugera Luganda tujja kukuba wane embogo nayenga. Don't forget to tell your friends and tell the friends about Dema Gospel Church. You're going to be about your gospel artists bakola bichi outside the box. I mean, what are they? And the about to gamba again to inspiring her to go to the next level. Thank you so much. It has been a very beautiful night with me, your host. Bye bye.
Nakedde kumachaze nenabe ntumbwe netekako kamaski netula ku mulyango nenga after quarantine ogenda kwevuga wamova mbupangisa enjegere zigenda kutuka abakuloga bagenda kulokoka. Yo, what's up my people? And this is your boy Titus Kutesa ndi waneno ne mulungi kizito. Twagala kubaaniriza n'okubajjukiza n'obategeeza nti ennaku z'omwezi nga 26 omwezi guno gwennyini ogujja ogw'omukaaga concert ya after quarantine concert. Oba omanyi nti akayimba ka quarantine kakukolera kakuyisaawo, wali oweddemu amaanyi ne kakuzaamu amaanyi, wali olina gye weggalidde n'okawulirizanga ne kakuyamba. Mujje mu concert ennaku z'omwezi nga 26 tuli ku UCF grounds e Makerere mu Kikoni.